Did you know there is a sport that actually affects your everyday life? It has made you safer and put incredible technology in your hands without you even realizing it. And after the Olympics and the World Cup, it is the most watched sport in the world. We're talking Formula One. Yeah, race cars, but so much more. Did you know the word formula in Formula One is an actual formula? A set of specific rules for the design of the cars that changes every single year. And it is a team sport. And those teams include some of the brightest engineers in the world doing everything they can to conceptualize, design, build, and constantly update the fastest, safest possible car for their team. And it's not uncommon for the incredible technological advancements they make to find themselves in our everyday cars eventually. And it doesn't end there. There's software engineers constantly testing and checking every single component on the vehicles, mechanics moving at lightning speed, drivers testing and pushing these advancements to their limits on the track, and so much more. And it brings the world together to watch and celebrate. I mean, what more can you even ask for? So, if you can't already tell, we are very excited to be experiencing this thrilling sport in person for the first time this weekend at the Japanese Grand Prix. So let's head to Nagoya. The festivities begin at the train station. There's like a mini F1 museum with a car, autographed parts, free gifts, and in true Japanese fashion, a photo booth.
Formula One weekend, baby!
We're staying in Nagoya, the closest major city to Suzuka Circuit, and there are so many fun things to do here. The sakura or cherry blossoms are blooming. Nagoya Castle is incredible. And of course, we have to try out the regional food specialties before we head to the track. This city is known for miso katsu, a fried pork with an extra fermented red miso paste on it. Delicious. Ogura, a butter and red bean toast that is the perfect way to start the morning, spicy Taiwan ramen, and tempura shrimp onigiri. It's basically the most lovely, relaxed city we've been to in Japan. Until it's time to head to the track.
With this being our first Grand Prix, we had no idea what to expect. We thought we got up with like plenty of time to get here early this morning. The line went all the way down the stairs from the platform and wrapped all the way around in this big, like kind of like a Suzuka circle shape actually. But we made it, we did it, and we're so excited. We are here at our very first Grand Prix.
And the Japanese Grand Prix of all of them to start off with. This is the fans Grand Prix.
We have been watching the Formula One Drive to Survive documentary on Netflix. Just recently gotten into the sport. We knew this was something cool.
We saw like the festivities, the setup and everything when we were in Mexico City, and then learned more about it. And it's like, the best analogy I've heard is that it's like a traveling circus. And sometimes it feels like that's what we are as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So. We actually had, like, we lined up in Mexico City, but also we lined up with the Grand Prix when we were living in Miami too.
That's
so
right.
This is the third city, third time's the charm.
We're starting off today with the third practice. First, we hear a faint hum in the distance, and then
wow, but seeing these Formula One drivers for the very first time just...
It's hard to like get a picture of them, right?
It's actually a really good like reaction test because they're so incredibly fast. And we're just trying to like figure out who people are. Like we're like practicing. It's kind of like flashcards. We're trying to be able to like identify immediately because it's just a blur. You know, you see when you see them on Netflix, they
do the nice slow-mo.
They do the nice slow-mo. You're like, oh yes, the Red Bull car. And instead it's just flashcards. Like, okay, Red Bull, Mercedes,
Alpine.
Mercedes again, Ferrari. Let's go.
There's also two other series going on. There's the Ferrari Challenge and the Porsche Cup. We just saw the Ferrari Challenge first race.
This track is one of the most difficult tracks in racing, and I believe it because there were so many wrecks in that race.
And these are normal cars. Professionals driving normal cars.
They were going very, very fast, but because right before this we actually saw Formula One practice, it didn't feel as fast. Ivan was calling this Japanese Grand Prix like the fans Grand Prix, and to see the fans here, to see how decked out they are, the hats, the outfits, the flags, everything.
We are definitely underdressed.
I do have my pin. We got this pin at the train station. The next thing we're going to see is the qualifying. So qualifying in Formula One determines what order that they will get to race tomorrow, like what order they'll be lined up in. So it's a pretty big deal, pretty big
Sets
advantage.
the tone
Yeah.
for how the main race is going to go.
Yeah. There's like a hayride going on right now. We'll look over at that for a second. Because we don't speak Japanese, I speak very, very little Japanese. We don't really know what's going on most of the time.
Oh, this is the driver's parade. Okay.
Stadium food. I love this. Grilled tuna here in the stadium. It's so good. This is like the best stadium food I've ever had.
The commentary at the track is in Japanese. I found some English commentary on BBC, but the funny thing is that it's local only, so I had to turn on my VPN to put me in London so I could listen to the BBC commentary for it. Not sponsored, but any VPN company out there, this is a good plug, it could be you.
And now, finally, let the qualifying begin. There are 3 rounds of knockout-style qualifying. After round 1, the slowest 5 drivers are eliminated and will start in that order. Then the next 5 and the final round determines who will start in pole position at the front of the pack. But it's not that simple because the drivers are racing for the fastest time on a single lap during each round, and they're allowed to start whenever they're ready within each round's time period. So it's impossible to follow just by watching. I'm very thankful that Ivan found this radio broadcast because it's helping a lot. The reigning world champ Verstappen takes pole, Perez right behind him, and Norris from McLaren in 3rd position. But the most excitement is actually for Yuki Tsunoda starting 10th in his home race.
Under the racetrack right now, there could be cars going by right above us.
Sergio, is that you? While other Grand Prix may be closer to the city, we are like over an hour and a half from Nagoya, the closest major city right now. There is one perk. There's an amusement park! And access to the amusement park comes included with your ticket. You're in line for this Ferris wheel.
Ferris wheel.
We're in a Ferris wheel. You can see the pits.
You can see the ocean.
You see an MSC cruise? A shark sponsor, not us, this race. Oh my gosh, a Lego F1 car!
Oh, I didn't even notice the big one.
Yeah.
Wow, I was looking at this one.
No, that small potato.
Finally, it's time for the last item on today's agenda.
Going into the pit.
Qualifying ended several hours ago. It is so late. Probably to make sure you have plenty of time to buy an $80 hat.
16, 17. There really is a decent incentive. It's way up there. Pit. Did it, we pitted. Madison and Ivan just pitted for the first time this race.
Okay, time to change into our soft tires.
This is our first pit here in Suzuka Circuit. Considering how long this line was, we're only gonna pit once.
Hopefully we get to have longer than the fastest pit of 2024, which is only like 2 seconds long.
You've already maxed out on that one.
All right, Williams, you got some secret?
Oh, dang, they really got some secrets up their sleeve.
Here's the hot seats where like the team principal sits. It's the best seats in the house to see what's going on. They got a battle station in there. So they call it the pit wall. Look at the way the door is closed. This was definitely cool. I think it was worth the wait.
Let's get home. It's race day! Here we are in a denim jumpsuit and pigtails laying out in the field. There's a DJ playing over the speakers. Is this Coachella? No. It's Formula One. Pretend that sign says Formula One.
We're trying out a different angle. I'm excited to see the cars zipping around the corner. There's some sparks flying, some overtakes. I think we're in a good place. I got all the apps, I got all the radios. We are set.
I'm very excited for what today is going to hold. Our first F1 race. There's so many more people. Like the vibes are just so much bigger. Like DJ music playing. Like so many people in the plaza. Like it's going to be a good day. Now I have like an hour and a half of just like chilling in the grass though. You know, it's like you kind of like rush to get here. The anticipation, like the excitement of the location and of the day is like so high, and then we're literally just lounging here. Half the people are napping. Like, yeah, it's just a funny vibe.
But the hype vibes are back for the warm-up lap. The track is swept, the national anthem is sung, and now...
We're about to start.
Oh my gosh, there is already a crash on this first lap. Everyone is okay, but there's a red flag, meaning a restart, and Daniel Ricciardo and Alex Albon are out of the race. This is so crazy to watch. There's so much action constantly. It feels like there's 3 different races going on right now. So there's this divide between the front and the middle and the back of the pack, which makes this even more fun because we can be rooting for so many people at the same time. But our reigning world champ is holding his lead. I mean, look at that gap he's made. But now things are getting even more exciting. Drivers are taking pit stops and people are passing each other and just moving all over the board. Leclerc from Ferrari takes the lead. But the most excitement in the crowd is for Yuki Tsunoda here at his home race. He's holding on a 10th place right now, which means he would earn points. Everyone cheers and waves their hat every time he passes. It's the sweetest thing ever. Max reclaimed the lead and just watch. Here's Max. Where's the next guy? There he is! He's a beast. We've reached a really weird time in the race because the front of the pack is now lapping the back of the pack. It's getting crazy, y'all. Max is holding his lead, Checo is back in second, and now Sainz and Leclerc from Ferrari are battling it out for third. Sainz seems to be taking the lead. Tsunoda has a solid hold on 10th at this point. He's about to get lapped by Max though. And now it's the final lap. Verstappen is going to take first, Perez behind him, and Sainz in third.
Verstappen wins again.
They take a victory lap. And now off to the podium. Our first Grand Prix was absolutely incredible. It's so cool to be celebrating technology and engineering and athleticism surrounded by people from all over the world. I love that so many people we're meeting are fans of the sport rather than a specific driver. Most groups of friends are wearing merch from all different teams. And it's so motivating to see this incredible traveling circus unifying people globally. I hope our little traveling circus can do that too. Although it is a little unfortunate when that entire globe winds up at the same train station at the same time. Thanks so much for joining us for this mad adventure. Please hit those subscribe and like buttons. It seriously helps us so much. Share this video with someone you think would enjoy it, and we'll see you on the next one.